Gravy, baby.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Gravy Baby. With a little biscuit bitches, little babies, little cuties, little patooties, little ladles, little gravy hoes. We got any gravy hoes? DJ, I'm not gonna lie. You see, like you were a hoe for gravy at a certain point.
A hoe for gravy. I'm a fan. I wouldn't necessarily say I wouldn't
You
call
want
her
to
a hoe.
throw no ass for some good gravy?
I don't think so. I mean,
They-
I've never had the type of gravy that maybe there is a gravy out there that sells some ass for. I haven't come across it. None of the gravies. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. There might be some that's worth it. Uh, Me personally, I haven't come across it. I really like this color thing. You got to go to the shirt and these glasses are really
oh,
doing
thank you very much.
they're really doing it for me.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
The
man.
specs I've had for a long time, and then they broke, and that was very sad. And then I Bobby found them by like a reverse image search and found a place that's still and these like the original ones are from like the 90s, so the fact that they're still being made at all is wild. um but of course it was like I imagine it was like a place in China that just keeps making things that existed at a certain point.
China.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they know. They know they got
They
the
know.
good.
They got the good. So now I've been reunited with them, and I love them. I love them very much. So thank you.
Yeah, the whole thing is great. The
And I
pumpkins,
blend it.
the mushrooms, it's all great. In the background, it's all great. It's all very colorful and nice.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. But yeah, gravy, fuck for gravy. Yeah, I don't think so. Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Mm-hmm. Well,
What do you think?
there is that whole like phenomenon of like dudes having sex with women to like have a place to stay or to have a warm meal or whatever. So I think that would be like maybe an Appalachia specific fuck
Just for
for
the
food
gravy.
boy. Yeah.
But that's not specifically. That's not like specifically males, though, right? That's everybody, right?
No,
Like
I
that's
think I definitely slept over to sleep over, you know.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Because when you're on the road, you don't really have another option when you're broke. So,
Right.
um, yeah.
Yeah. Was there any good gravy going on? Like, does that any like, you go over to somebody's house and like the next morning, like you get up and it's like, oh fuck, breakfast. What the fuck? Or you just get to get out shit and get the fuck out of here ASAP.
um, I mean, it depend on how long my drive was for the next gig. To
Right.
be honest with you, sometimes I would have to go. But it's a mixed bag, right? Because it's strangers. So sometimes it was super chill, and I went to one time I hooked up with someone in New York, and it happened to be restaurant week. So then the next morning we went to like a play, like some sort of restaurant that had like a thing. But then there's also been times where I've left in the middle of the night, like, where I'm like, I don't even know if I want to.
Yeah. This is
I
what
gotta go. This was not enjoyable. So definitely a mixed bag. What about you?
yeah. I usually just on somebody's back porch, like with like a old dirty sheet, staring into like a fucking ashtray filled with rain, just looking at it, going, "This is my life, dude. I deserve all this. All of this is I deserve this." Am I hearing my sorry?
I don't hear it.
I am
So as
hearing
long
my.
as
I guess it
oh,
doesn't
okay.
matter, but
As long as we don't hear it, I think it's fine. As long as it doesn't drive you mad.
no, it didn't bother me.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, that's always it. Just like or being in some hotel where you're just like, yeah, like the Columbus Hotel. The
Oh my
hotel is like,
God.
dude, it was like
That
such a name. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna die. Like I deserve it.
the
I'm gonna
balls of me
die.
thinking that I could make a living on my
Yeah,
thoughts. That's why I
yeah,
deserve this. The
that's right.
balls,
Yeah,
the audacity.
yeah. Dared to dream.
Just for everybody listening, context wise, there was a gig that, like, for probably a 10-year, maybe even 20-year period, everybody that wasn't famous kind of like worked the circuit of places. And there was one place called the Colonial Inn in Columbus, Georgia, that was like they would do hourly rentals, just to give you an idea. Like it was trash. And the guy who owned the restaurant that they did the show in, I think also owned the hotel. So it was their way of like being cheap on where to store the comedians. So you would go in there and there was, I remember a domestic disturbance happened in a room next to me. I remember one time I turned on the water in the shower and the entire shower head shot off at the rate that it like dented the fucking tub. And I was like, if I would have been in the shower, this motherfucker would have impaled me.
Yeah.
The floors were carpet but also sticky somehow. It was brutal. It was brutal. I definitely witnessed several. I like it. This was such an old hotel that they would give you a metal key. That's how old it was. No place else did that in town, because they eventually changed the hotel after they got so many complaints. They eventually changed it to an Howard Johnson, which was fucking not much better. The only difference is you got a plastic card instead, but the place was a nightmare. But what was odd is like the gig was good. It was good. Like everybody came out, people loved it.
Yeah.
They'd feed you real well, but just where you stayed was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, dude.
That was one of those places I would like lay my clothes out on the bed and sleep on my clothes on the bed, just because I was like, there's no way this is cleaner than my clothes. There's just no way.
Dude, I did one run up there through there with Eddie Kaler, dude, and we were like going through there, and like it was probably people were just fucking screaming. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning. People were just fucking screaming. He comes, he knocks on my door. He's like, "Dude, do you want to go?" And I was like, "Yes, yeah, I want to go." So yeah, so we're like leaving, and there's like all the yelling's going on, and there's people grouped all over the place. There's a dude washing his car with his pants with a pair of like jeans, like he was washing it with like sudsy jeans. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, by the way, and it was like. Well, it was just like, holy shit! This is like this like a zoo. It's like a fucking human experiment.
It was,
dude. It's like it's such a a petri dish of like every character that you could imagine. Saturday night, fucking on fire. Sunday morning, just on fire. It's crazy.
Yep. That was always because checking in always seemed fine, but it was once it hit dark, it turned into like a gremlin situation.
Yeah.
It was unassuming. It would just seem like, oh, this is like a dead hotel. I'm going to have this hotel to myself, basically. And then the second after you would get back from the gig, there's two guys arguing in the parking lot. Like, I'm telling you, like, when I thought the domestic disturbance that was happening, I thought they were going to come through the wall. Like, they were like throwing each other against shit, and it was gnarly. So much so that the cops were just like, yeah, it's the Colony, and like they didn't even
like, we're not going on there.
No, that shit ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah. Let's hope it gets to that area, and as long as it doesn't funnel out, like seep out into the rest of the world, like that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, keep it condensed to that. Yeah. I mean, like when I was there, I don't know if it was a domestic disturbance, if they were having a good time, if they were having a bad time. There's just yelling. There was like a lot of yelling. No music or anything. They just yelling. Really wild. Man washing it.
I think the office even closed at like, so there was you couldn't go. There was no front desk.
Get the fuck out of there, dude. Get the fuck out of there, dude.
Just like whatever state the hotel is in, when we get back, we'll just deal with it then.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's a good move. Solid move.
If y'all have any nightmare stories of places you stayed, please put it in the Discord. I would love some community, and that other people have also stayed in places that were a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a place like that in somewhere in Kentucky that I stayed. And that was the first time I met a lot lizard.
Wow, I know the place you're talking about.
Hmm. It was, yeah, it was like Pendleton or something. No, not Pendleton. That's in Oregon.
Yeah, yeah.
Was it?
There's
It
a
was no,
nice
no.
like
It wasn't, but it was near it. It was like close to Pikesville. It was somewhere like around there. Another P place. But yeah, this woman had she had on a pair of New Balance sneakers that were definitely not hers. They were men's shoes for sure. And I had never seen anyone's commitment to a bit like this. But this woman pulled up her, she was out, there was like picnic tables outside of where the gig was. That's like for outdoor seating. And this woman was like pulling up her already short white shorts, dirty wife beater on, and then she was there was like a group of dudes around her, and she was on top of one thigh. She had a turkey tattooed, and a top of the other thigh she had a Christmas tree tattooed, and it was for the bit that's so there's always something good to eat between the holidays. And I was like, man, that is a level of commitment I will never have.
yeah.
I will never commit that much to a bit.
No.
That woman might like comedy more than me.
Yeah, dude. What great sense of humor though. Fucking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like,
I thought it's just cool.
if you're putting a bit on your body, yeah, dude.
Yeah, whatever you're doing, love what you're doing and going in with a full heart and a soul full of laughter. You know what I'm saying? Even if it is,
That's what I'm saying.
I got
It
love
was
for
like
you.
one of the first times I ever met a sex worker where I wasn't like, oh, she's in danger. I mean, I'm certain she puts herself in danger. There was definitely no doubt about that. But
Probably in that parking lot, she was probably.
definitely, that was another place where I slept on my clothes because I was like, this feels dirtier than outside when I'm inside. But yeah, but it was definitely one where I was like, oh, this bitch likes. I think she likes this profession.
That's cool though. That's cool though.
Yeah.
I like being an entrepreneur and new and adventurous ways. There's a
Mhm. Absolutely. Oh yeah, definitely no judgment. It was actually like really enlightening where I was like, oh shit. So because you always hear and anything in movies and media was always like, oh, this poor streetwalker, blah 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 blah. And it was like that. But this was like a whole nother perspective where I was like, oh shit, some people actually like this line of work. Okay.
yeah, rules. These rules. Hope she's still out there doing her thing.
Same.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, I'm still doing my little thing. I'm still doing my 1099 bullshit just like she is.
That'd be rad. It'd be rad if you're again. Like, give her a dab. I'm glad you're here, dude.
How's the holidays?
Yes. How's work been good to you? Yeah. Like the mascot of the place.
Yeah.
I wonder if
It
there
did
any
seem that way.
moving up in that. Like eventually she could be a pimp or whatever, right? Or she could.
Yeah, I think like a madam.
Or is it like just straight up like I'm going out here to make my own? It's like just so easy to just imagine it's like solid.
Imagine,
Really have to go out and promote or like I'm in a city. I can see how you would need a pimp or a pimp would be preferable. In a city, I think if I'm going to put my
because there'd be more competition. So,
yeah, it'd be like extra protection. But like, I don't know. They usually need protection for truckers. They're not actually known to be.
yeah. But I think it'd be different if you were armed. I think it'd be easier for you to be able to run your own shit.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, you gun or a knife or whatever.
Oh, maybe.
For sure.
You got what you got? I've contributed. Texting just yeah. Oh shit, Dad's here. We gotta stop talking about it.
Wrong man. If this for people at a subject, he'll fucking get into it. He'll know everything.
We're talking about sex workers.
Oh yeah.
And I was hell yeah. It started off with like road situation. Well, it started off with okay, I'll just sum you up real quick. The cliff notes is the you ever I said hi to the gravy, and then I was like, you ever given up, throwing ass for gravy? You ever like, the gravy's so good you got to break off a piece or something like that? And then we talked about like sleeping with people to be able to like have a place to stay and all this other stuff. See, I feel like you have a charmed life in that you already had a beloved to
Oh, couple privilege or whatever lame millennial stage you want to throw at it is real. Actually, it was so like fun, and then it got so dark. The recap was so lovely, and like you ever had somebody who was just so cool, you had to break them off a piece, or not to be homeless, or that also. It's like, wait, what? That's where you go?
Yeah. And then we talked about the Colony Inn in Columbus, Georgia, about the place we had to stay and stuff like that. And then I talked about the first lot lizard I ever met, where she had a street joke tattooed on her upper thighs. And I was like, that's more commitment to a bit than I've ever had, and ever will.
Christmas.
Yep. Something good to eat between the holidays.
You gotta love it, dude. You gotta love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you guys been dark. I get it. For y'all.
But I was saying it was actually kind of positive because it was the first time I ever met a sex worker in person that like seemed like she was into it. Like it was like, she tattooed this bit because she knew a bunch of people was going to see it. You know what I'm saying? So
Gotta have fun with it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. At that time, I had never met one in real life in person. I was in my early 20s, other than like, people walking down Orange Blossom Trail in Orlando. But definitely never had one that was like, seemed like she liked it.
Okay, I'm going to work backwards from where and get you to my feeling.
Okay.
I think I just figured out one of the main differences between decent people and shitty people. I'll hear about like some dude's life, like the Secretary of War or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, everyone I know would do a better job than him.
Mm-hmm.
And then some people are like, no, you don't understand how hard that is. That's the pressure. And I could never be president. And Trump's so good. And he knows about business. And I don't have any of that. I could run circles around him. Genuinely not trying to be woke. I think in reverse, this is how I ended up woke. I don't feel like I should be talking about what it's like for us. So I have no idea. I would not make it 4 hours, and I would either just try to make one of them my boyfriend or start robbing people or blow my brains out. Truly can't comment on what that's like. No clue. Would not do it. Would not make it. I just tried to keep up with my dad building decks. You think I can suck dick for a place to live? I can't even build decks for a place to live. I made it 3.5 hours. And I wasn't mentally strong enough or physically strong enough.
I mean, I don't know, but the law is just as cutthroat, I imagine. It's just done differently. It's just not physical danger.
It's just not real. That's why, and that is why I was decent at it. Is I recognize that people were like afraid to yell at a judge. I'm like, what's he gonna do? Take his robe off? Hey, you're stupid. You see how easy that was? And then literally, not the older ones, but the younger lawyers would be like, Drew is the craziest, best attorney. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Y'all are stupid and you've never done anything.
Yeah. Oh, no.
But then on the flip side, if you put me on the street, I mean, I might find something inside myself, but it would take a while.
Yeah, I'm sure not. I mean, maybe. Well, it's hard to say. I'm sure it does take a while to get to the point where you're fucking jumping from 18-wheeler to 18-wheeler.
Yeah, trucker to trucker. It's a rough one.
Yeah, without trucker pointer. Yeah, I'm saying, I'm sure there's a series of events that get you there.
Yeah, again, this was a young, naive Carm. She could have just been high. Like she could have just been high on meth or whatever. I don't know what, like PCP maybe, but she just seemed to be able to have it together enough. And it could have very well been something else that made it seem like she was enjoying herself. But for bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, young road comedian Carmen Morales, I was like, oh wow, she actually likes it.
Pretty cool. I mean, yeah, dude, I think there's happy people everywhere, but again, I don't know. I don't know what I'd do. I mean, going back to the couple privilege thing, I also think sometimes you're like, being a lawyer was cutthroat. Yeah, but like, when what you got at home is fine and you're not gonna fuck that up, you really are capable of just being like, I don't know, I'm gonna throw some crap at the wall today. Worst case scenario, I go home to my wife. You know what I mean? I mean, there were definitely people there who like really needed being a lawyer to work out for them. It was the only way they were going to get anyone to love them is if they made a lot of money.
The law was their Nick Fuentes. What am I if I am not? If this man doesn't tell me who I am.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. We all got some of that in us.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
I didn't get into a festival I wanted to get into today, and I didn't think it was going to bother me at all, and it bothered me. It didn't bother me till I saw who got in, and it bothered me. And like, point being, we all got that in us.
Yeah.
Like, I still wanted some validation, I guess. I didn't think I did.
Yeah.
I'm not crying. I have sawdust in my eyes.
What a good manly excuse to cry, though, right? Like that
I don't
would be
need
a
an
great.
excuse. I just worked with my father, and it was so humbling. It was so humbling to do that because it was humbling physically because I'm getting outworked by the 70-year-old,
Mhm.
but I expected that.
Mhm.
It was also humbling because like I'm doing better than I have in the past,
Mhm.
but I'm not doing perfectly. What's this? I think it was like a Ram Dass quote. If you think you're enlightened, go spend the weekend with your parents.
Mhm.
If you think you're cool with who you are as a man, try to build a deck with your dad for a few hours. It's like the first, what are you doing? And you're 8 again.
Yeah. It's wild how they could snap you back like that.
I was more like responding to my own response than I was him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, are you serious, Drew?
Yeah, that shit is
all I
wild.
That was all I had. So we'll see you guys. Appreciate it.
I'm sorry you've been emasculated by an older male.
I didn't feel emasculated. I don't think that's the right word, but it might be.
Okay, what is it?
Well, I feel like emasculation is like, I think I'm masculine. Turns out I'm not. I don't even think I got to the first part. It was more like, I think I'm grown and mature. Like, I'm not going to react to this stuff. And to be fair to him, he's done better than he usually does. And I did better than I used to, but I still had to like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I had to like get over it. Whereas I really thought it just would do no. I thought it was going to tickle me. I was like preemptively laughing. Like, I can't wait for him to be Doug Morgan. And it's going to be so funny. And then it did it like kind of suddenly without me seeing it coming. And I was like, that wasn't funny at all, man. Wasn't funny at all, dude. That's where I wanted to be like, I went to law school, man.
That's when you're proud of it.
I need it.
Yep.
I don't need this. I don't need this. Anyway, DJ's not talking. It's making me feel nervous. I don't know why.
I'm listening,
fine.
dude. Some people listen.
I know, man. But we're not trying to be good friends. We're trying to run a podcast here. It's a very
You talking. What am I supposed to say while you're talking? You always say that, like you're not talking, but you're literally talking. Like I'm not. Like why am I not talking over you're talking?
because I keep filling the space. Like I do. To be fair to me, okay. To be fair, you're not, by the way, you're not gonna get a rise out of me. I've been hanging out with Doug. You think you're gonna get a rise out of me, brother? This is no offense to you. I mean, you're pretty good, but like this is double A baseball at best. I was just with a Cy Young Award winner. All right, he's throwing fucking heaters my way, dude. I hear you. You're not wrong. If you could just hear me briefly, I do feel like I'd be pausing, but maybe I'm anxious giving pauses.
Yeah. Yeah, and you also weren't here during the whole first part. So
Right.
You
I
think
know my shit stir instincts were just like, I don't know, he's talking just fine before you got here.
But all I said was, DJ's quiet's making me nervous. That was honestly just me throwing it to you. It was just a chance for you to be like, oh no, dude, I was just thinking this. But instead, you took it as an attack, which could be on me. I'm sorry. What?
You know what? It's your defenses are up. So because you just were hanging out with your dad, so I think you might be communicating a little bit more sternly because you've been rubbed the wrong way.
This isn't me arguing. This is me explaining my autism. In my head, all I said was, oh, this is making me nervous. Here's your chance to ease my nerves. And you took it as a chance immediately to do the opposite.
what would you like him to talk about?
That's not fair, man.
I'll tell you this. You want me to tell you a duck adventure? I'll
Yes.
tell you a duck story.
Yes.
Please.
So the ducks, it's so wild watching them grow up because they are now a combined. They are a flock, right? They are. There's 4 of them.
You're a fucking unit.
Yeah,
Birds of a feather.
right. And so there's 3. There's 3 harlequins, and then there's 1 just wild duck, right? Wild, I don't know what you call it. It's a drake. It's a fucking so there's only 1 hen, but they're a unit, right? And the only one that can fly is the wild one. He's the only person that can fly. He's the only duck that can fly person. The only duck that can fly.
This
So-
is a Pixar movie.
Dude, it's crazy. So he's been doing this thing where like he's been practicing his flying, so he'll like fly around the thing and then come back. You know what I mean? And sometimes he lands in the field. And you got to go get him because he's like, he's bad at landing. And shit. He's like says all this stuff, but
That's so funny. I mean, in my head, of course he has to learn, but in my head, I'm like, what do you mean you don't know how to land? Just stop flying.
yeah, right. What?
Plummet to the earth.
Right? And that's what he does. He plummets to the earth. And sometimes it's in the field, sometimes it's against like he's doing his best. He's doing his best.
It's funny too because he's the best one, so he's got a chip on his shoulder about it. You try it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd like to see you guys try to stay in the air.
Yeah, he's like
And
the
then-
only
and then-
one out of all of us that can fly. He's like, he says, yeah, it's great when you hear chickens, goats, none of us have got that. But he does it in a way also where like he'll lead the other ducks too. Like, so if they're going to go down to the creek, he'll go down there first and they'll go meet him down there, right? They got a trail cut out. So he'll go down there, he'll start quacking, they'll start quacking, they'll lead them. If they want to come back, he'll be the first one back. Then he'll lead them. It's kind of cool. Here's the thing: there are other juveniles up on the pond at the hill, right? At that cabin that's up on the hill. So there's other ones. They're practicing. They're flying, and so sometimes they'll land on this hill in this field up here, right? So every once in a while we'll see them down by our creek and just kind of like waddling around like, fuck, dude, how'd I get here? You know what I'm saying? That's on it. You know,
Where the fucking this
Where
ain't
the
Kansas anymore.
right. Right. So yesterday I was down here and I'm doing all my morning chores, cleaning out the duck houses and the chicken house and getting the bead, just doing everything, getting the okra and stuff, harvesting stuff. And I start seeing one and he's just walking down the hill, right? He's walking down the creek. And I see he's just waddling, just doing his little thing. And he's headed towards the creek where the flock stays, because the flock stays down here or the creek. And I'm like, holy shit, It's about to be Disney up in this motherfucker. We about to get another duck. They all about to be. So like I'm watching him go down. I don't want to spook him, so I don't want to run behind him. So I run the other way around the field to get to the creek the other way, so I can hide in the bushes. You know what I'm saying? And watch this. And so I'm down to the bushes, and I'm watching him. I'm watching him approach the creek, right? And I'm texting Dre. I'm like, it's magical. This is the most. This is being. They're about to meet a young, duck, and it's about to be the most beautiful thing. I'm watching him go down there, and as soon as he hits the water, dude, the flock comes flying at him. They're just fucking attacking his ass, beating the fucking shit out of him, dude. Beat him up the hill. I gotta go up the hill to get my ducks because they're just fucking lost on this like back trail where they're riding side by sides and shit. Like there's like a little ridge. It's not a road. It's not a road, but it's not a road. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
He's on that little,
A logging road.
it's like I guess you could call it that.
Oh, we used to call them around here was old log. That's an old logging road. No clue.
Yeah.
It's just what we said.
Yeah, that's totally what it was.
That just meant you could finger a girl there.
Yeah, right, exactly.
What road was that?
Old logging road.
Old logging road.
But now, before you get your hopes up, the side by sides have ruined the fingering. Now you cannot finger a girl there. You will be caught just like on a regular road.
Boo.
Sorry, DJ. Go ahead. You still can. It's just now it's a regular road. You're still gonna get people. All right. Sorry. Go ahead, DJ. So they were whipping this duck's ass all the way up the hill. Did it run away?
Up the hill, got lost up on the ridge. I had to go find the ducks and lead
What
them
happened
back.
to him? The new duck.
I hope he got away. Oh man, I hope he got away.
No.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no
Get a
shit.
dead duck.
There might be a dead duck up there. I mean, they
Get
were
a dead
beating
duck.
the fuck out of him, dude. It was really surprising too because, I mean, they're about their flock and they're not about shit else, which is really wild because they got dogs and cats and fucking chickens and shit here, but for whatever reason, they did not want that duck in their creek.
Duck
And
around
they-
and find out, dude.
Yeah, which they might all end up dead too. But like,
Name of the episode, Alex. Duck around, find out.
that's where I know.
This does support what I was going to raise as my second theory because we were having a lot of fun talking about him not being able to land. But as we started to move on, it occurred to me, but he is their champion. You said no one else on the farm can fly, so he's not even. We were campaigning him. He's like, "You do it. You don't know how." Instead, he's just like, "And that's how you do it. That's flying, guys, and that's how you land. You did do that. It's supposed to look like that." And everyone's like, "Yeah, we guess you're our Michael Jordan."
Yeah.
Oh, he's definitely the leader of the flock. He is definitely.
He's the prize of the farm, dude.
Yeah, the farm. Yeah.
Until someone has a pig baby or something, he's the best on the farm right now.
Yeah. Best on the farm. Yeah.
Charlotte would be making signs right now that say "Fly,
So
baby, fly."
The duck that got beat up is the wild duck that lives with your ducks. That's the duck that got beat up.
But it was a totally opposite duck from a totally different flock.
A new
from up
duck.
on the hill.
A
new
different duck. So
Trying to
you're
join
saying
DJ's duck.
that? Oh shit! And then your ducks beat the shit out of that duck, or the other flock
And
did.
DJ was
Your
hiding in
ducks.
the bushes
Okay.
waiting to see them accept the new duck. Like DJ was doing like a full-on white woman in Africa situation, and then she
Mhm.
saw a baby zebra get ate.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. It really broke my heart too. I was like, man, I didn't know y'all was like that.
I mean, we talked about it. Just the fact that you had that many males and only one female. We talked about how brutal they could be.
Gonna be a
Uh,
problem. Yeah.
I've been worried about that. I didn't want to bring it up because I feel like I'm always the one telling you to stop doing what you're doing with animals. I'm Dr. Do even less, not Dr. Doolittle, do even less. But I'm glad Carmen brought it up. I've been worried you're going to witness a rape.
Oh, we're definitely going to. We're just gonna see how savage is it gonna be.
I love that he just said it like a commentator. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to. Probably going to be in like the fourth quarter. Right?
Yes, I know.
He's gonna
Stop
find up.
He's the coach of the farm.
Check this out, Drew. They've got pig dicks. ducks have pig dicks. They got the corkscrew dick, and the female.
Cloaca.
It's not a cloaca. It's a dick. It's a corkscrew dick isn't. It's a dick that comes out of them. It's a corkscrew.
Well, color me shocked.
Yeah, dude. And then the vaginas of the female are like kind of like a maze of a corkscrew. So they have to like it's kind of
fit.
It's kind of wild. It's kind of nuts. It's kind of bizarre because it's not any only like 3% of like that type of bird has a penis. But hey man, we're here finding out all kind of things. We're here to learn about nature.
Is that what the 3%ers are about? It has something to do with duck penises? Because I've always wondered. But for people who don't know, the 5%ers are the crazy black dudes in America, and the 3%ers are the crazy white dudes in America. And the fact that equals 3/5 is just a coincidence, I think. And I think the 3%ers believe, I think it's that during the American Revolution, only 3% of people fought for America's freedom in terms of the actual population. So it's like this idea that like I'm part of that 3% that's willing to or whatever. Isn't that crazy? You get that tattooed on you.
Especially if you don't live in like the colonial North. Like I could see that being like a thing that like up in the North that would be
Yeah, if you're from Delaware, what else you got?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because they are like direct descendants of like the American Revolution.
But even that, having that much pride in what your papa did is weird. Even if it's a good thing. Anything beyond, isn't that cool? Anything beyond, that's pretty cool, right? It's like, dude, what are you? I ain't got nothing to do with you.
Yeah, are you gonna get the deck you and your dad built just tattooed on your chest? It just seems wild. It seems like a bit much. Where you're just like, you might be overcompensating. You know what it feels like to me? It feels like stage moms to me. You know, like instead of like it's the same thing, but just the order of the generation is different. Where you're like, I was a failure. Yes, I was a failure. Therefore, I'm going to put an unreasonable amount of pressure on this child to be a thing.
That is a good analogy, but now that you laid it out, I will say I'd rather you be proud of your dead grandfather than put all that on your kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. But also, let's just be honest here. Being a militia, man. Being a militia, whatever you're doing, just be against the government. And
Actually against
That's all. Yeah.
It's actually against it. And you're good. You're good to go.
The part that's wild to me is the dudes that had grandpappies like this and are bootlicking now. That's the shit that's wild to me. It's like there was generations of men in your family that were against all this, and now you were too dumb to realize that you're simping for the regime.
Do you know the real reason why? You probably do. Most of that's like a myth anyway. Like the notion that America was built on a fuck you is a complete myth. It was totally built on like a, hey, we're going to make way more money if we can cut them out. And I think we can because the empire's overextended. And the way that we sell this to dipshits is pride and like nothing's fair or whatever. Anyway, I didn't mean to get us off on a tangent talking about duck dicks.
Well, like it's like I think it's kind of like what you were saying about I want a president that runs the government like a businessman. You know what I mean? Okay, yeah. Well, then you need to get a war that's only fought from Friday after 5 o'clock to
Yeah.
during market hours. Like,
right. Also, just so you know, you're a drain on the company. We're firing you from America.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, that's. Yeah.
You check the numbers. Your whole family is fired.
Out. Yeah. 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 You're gonna go to data centers.
Hey, man, I don't know, because I mean they stop wars for the Olympics. Why can't they stop it so people could have a nice weekend? You know what would make me feel better about fighting for my country if they gave me nights and weekends off?
Dude, that's so funny.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
They don't. The actual soldiers don't. They still have to stay 250 days on that ship on the U.S. Liberty, and they got motherfuckers jumping off
and they're stabbing each other.
get stabbing each other, and it's just a good time. It's a great time for everybody just to be like, hey, look at the Dow. No. Dude, and then you know what's also, just it's so crazy to think that like we're literally at a point in our country where like there's no way that they're building back the military. There's no way any of this is happening. We're borrowing money to pay on insurance. Still, like,
Oh, you cut out. I don't know if your hand covered the mic, but you cut out. I don't know what you said.
He's on to him, and they knew what he was doing.
Yeah, it's probably them. They always do this to them.
I go out, come back.
There you go.
You should leave and come back. I don't think this has ever happened to him when he's talking about flowers.
Never. Or ducks.
Always the truth about the government when it
It's
might.
always they do this, and then all of a sudden we can't hear them anymore. Yeah.
Which, if I'm gonna be honest, I got a kid and stuff. Yeah, keep cutting him out. I don't want to be involved in any of that. Like if he's getting that right, if he's getting that close to the truth, I think we need to do a new podcast. To be honest with you,
All
you know what I
ducks.
mean? Oh, it's just fun when it's like, yeah, it's my buddy DJ. He's got some ideas. Like that's, you know what I mean? They're kind of weird sometimes. But when he's like getting cut off by the government, it's like, all right, I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah, this seems we're getting too close. Is the Icarus thing? We're flying too close to the sun. Yes.
Yeah, but we don't want to, is what we've decided.
Oh, okay.
You're clearly getting too close to the truth, and it's scaring us. You only get cut off when you're talking about the government. You've never been cut off talking about your garden.
Hello?
Well, who could blame them?
Not me. Not me if you're listening, guys. I wouldn't blame you for anything. I'm on your team. I named my son J.D. Vance Couch Morgan.
But I want to hear what you had to say, DJ.
I would never sell my friends out, but I'd sell my morals out to survive. I just want everybody to know that. I'd never be like, DJ did it. There he is. But I'd be like, who? I'm not sure. I love you guys.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's a fight or flight response. That's fun. Usually.
No,
women
you're
use it.
right. I'm getting murdered.
Yeah, you're going to the gulag.
I am. I won't be able to. I wouldn't last 30 seconds trying to play that role. I'd slap one of them.
Dude, I'm almost to the point where, like, I don't think that there's going to actually be, like, gulags where they come and arrest people. I think that, like, people are just going to be so poor and homeless. Like, they're just going to walk into the places.
Yeah,
I feel the same way about the guns. Huh?
Yeah, because there'll be food there.
Right, exactly. And, like, and the same thing with the guns. Like, I don't think they're ever going to take anybody's guns. I think that there are going to be people who give up their guns and then other people will just get waited out. You know what I mean? And
I know what you mean to some extent, but the thing is, they're not going to have to take some guns from some of the people I know. Those people are just going to join them. We're going to be like, these robots are the future, guys. We have to murder our neighbors.
Yeah.
For America or some shit.
Yeah.
We're getting dark. We didn't mean to do this, everybody.
Well, the where I was going with this was like, it's election. It's like midterms and like primaries and elections. And I just want to throw it out there. And I did make a Patreon video about this where I was like ranting deeper into this. But like, man, listen, everybody sucks ass. Politics sucks ass. Politicians suck ass. You don't have to like get involved in a discourse or like be mad about something. Do the best you can do. If you want to vote, vote. If not, not. It doesn't matter. It all sucks ass. It all fucking sucks ass, dude. Their politicians suck ass. Your politicians suck ass. They all suck ass, dude. There's one giant human centipede out here, and we're all sucking ass.
We're all sucking ass.
And that's what's going on. There's no reason to be emotional about it. Do the best.
You're allowed to suck a little of your own ass as a treat.
Yeah, be the best that you can be and do the best that you can. And like fucking go. It's like just do the best that you can. You don't have to yell at people. If you don't have to be angry. You don't have to keep this thing going. You know what I mean? You don't have to keep doing this. You don't have to yell.
You don't have to suck ass. If you, it's like it's the suck ass paradox. If you just accept that everything sucks ass, you stop sucking ass.
Yeah, dude.
But you don't have to be a nihilist either if you don't want to be, because I think that kind of sucks ass, personally.
I mean, that's kind of what got us where we are. I feel like faster.
What?
Can I say? Can I respond?
Yeah.
Can I respond with my whole heart? I'm looking for actual permission. Can I respond with my
Yes,
whole heart?
yes.
Will it be
Respond to
received
your
as I
word.
intend it?
We'll find out. I'll see how you deliver it.
That's too much pressure. Also, DJ's not even saying yes. I'll just keep it to myself. It's cool. I'll tell my dad next time.
No,
No,
yes, yes.
I'm just gonna tell my dad about it. I have my fork
Say
right
the
now.
damn thing.
I don't have my fork, Carmen. How can I say it? I don't have my fork of protection. No, here's what I think. I think that I'm of two minds, and one's very dark and one's very hopeful. And one is like, yeah, man, like no one in this election's even addressing the fact that no matter what anyone wants, regardless of what anyone wants, in 3 to 6 years, everything gonna change.
Yeah, dude.
And it's like, it feels like I'm kind of crazy. Like no one's addressing that directly. No one's like owning up to it's like, it's weird. Even the people I fuck with, they are blaming Trump for some of the things that I would blame him for if I was trying to win an election. But it's like, no one's bringing up like what DJ just said. We just, maybe they don't want to say it out loud and like China don't know. We're out of missiles, dude. Like, it's crazy. Okay, but the hopeful part is if you look at some of the decent numbers DSA candidates are doing, if we luck out, and by the way, no one can stop this in a way that I can imagine. Maybe someone can who's smarter than me. But if we just luck out that the world kind of just leave us alone for a little while, like if they just like take over our empire, but not America proper, that would be a perfect time for like a New Deal type situation. That would actually be a perfect time without an army and without empires to expand or build or protect, to like actually spend the tax money we have on roads and hire Americans who work for the government and get government benefits, not fucking contractors. So dipshit from Halliburton can. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying it actually would be a time. Everyone's like, if we
That's
don't
where your hope
stop
lies.
these
I think
actions-
that makes sense. It makes sense to me because the entire world knows about fucking Mayor Mondani, dog. The entire
Oh,
world.
they gonna kill him. But related to that, everyone's like, if Mondani don't stop raising taxes, the billionaires will leave. And I'm going, don't threaten me with a good time. And that's not even on some moral leftist shit. I'm talking about
No.
practically.
Mhm.
If people like Elon Musk aren't trying to ruin the bids for government contracts, we might actually do a new deal. I'm not saying we will, but I'm saying that world is possible if they leave. I hope they go to Taiwan. Let them go to Venezuela. Let them go butt fuck each other in the jungle and bring in the AI apocalypse or whatever they got going on. Me and mine, I just want to build some roads and not suck ass or suck ass with my people. I want to suck my people's ass. Can I just suck the ass of the people I know and love and am living next to?
We need to suck the right ass is what's
Suck
happening.
ass local. Suck local ass.
Mhm.
Okay, that's my
Suck
rant.
local.
Over. Suck local. Ass global. Suck local. Suck global ass locally.
Yep.
I'll figure it out. That ain't it either.
Mhm.
It'll fit on a bag though when I'm done.
That's true. Nice little tote.
Yeah, a tote that you can recycle when you go to the grocery store, so you save the planet.
Or be reusable. You got to keep the message out there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get DJ a suck ass tote.
Well, I mean, dude, listen. Like the best you can hope for, the best that you can hope for is that people start building certain kind of number one, stop white knighting these people. I mean, like, bro, like even if let's say all the billionaires leave New York, right, and then the financial system breaks down, right, and like Wall Street crashes and like, you know, the fucking the fucking whole thing, which is probably going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, like a lot of this stuff is just, it's inconsequential. Like what we're talking about is inconsequential. And if you're not building the foundation for like community resources and in different, and you're not building like ways to like protect yourself and it not just electorally, yes, for sure. If you're not building like organizational like not resistance, it's not that, just like institutions, right, which are going to be able to work within a collapsed system, then you're not like, what are we talking about?
That I think that is what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's what he means in the New Deal was.
Well, you're talking about the New Deal, but like you're talking about something that's dude. Maybe I'm just black-pilled. You know what? Nobody needs to hear my take on this. Nobody needs to hear it. Nobody needs to hear it. Nobody needs to hear it.
Nobody needs to hear it.
needs to know the darkness of my heart.
That is actually something I agree with. I mean, I didn't let all the darkness out of my heart. I mean, I was kind of saying best case scenario, but it is something that I see as possible, and I genuinely do. I mean, I've beaten this horse to
feel
death
like
up here and elsewhere, but I look at Germany when like we, tore down their empire. And of course, they weren't allowed to build it back or whatever, but it still like put them. But we didn't like rape.
That's because
them.
we thought they were our
I know,
empire. We didn't
why, and I know the dark reasons why, DJ. But I'm saying historically, if you look at it, we and Europe didn't go rape. Russia should have been allowed to just go take all their shit, and they weren't. And then because people, anyway, whatever. I can't believe this is who I am. I'm building decks and talking about World War II history. I hope I die eating a pierogi tonight. What were you going to say, Carmen?
I don't remember now.
Just building decks, talking about World War II. Yeah, I got a couple kids. Then just teaching school over there at the junior high. Been coaching baseball in the summer. Mick Ultra, that's what I drank.
I'm just saying, I know what is happening. What the DSA is doing in this country is small, but I feel like it is starting a fire. I think it is giving people who maybe didn't have as much hope. And it definitely is giving me more hope than I've ever had in this entire situation. So, and I'm not saying that it will succeed or anything like that. Obviously, I don't know, but there is hope there. That's what's being created, and which is something that I think we saw. That's why Obama ran on it. It is something that makes people want to do shit.
And then if we point them right towards the right thing, I agree.
Exactly, towards the right thing. Yeah.
Believe all women, of which Carmen is one of them, and I believe her. She's right. Carmen ain't haunted.
I could be right. I could be wrong. I mean, that's what I'm open to being wrong. But there's a lot of there's traction being built.
Traction. I agree. DJ just thinks we're all going to die in a
No, I know, and he's probably right. But he's also that's an undisclosed amount of time in the future. Because again, what these guys are doing is ruining the world. It's not just the U.S. The U.S. was just the most susceptible and the easiest to con. So, I don't think he's wrong. But I think before we get to the real bad part, maybe they would have run us through and moved on to a place with more resources, so then we can rebuild.
I agree. It's also a little bit of a get out of jail free card, because it's not like, maybe some people believe this. No one can convince me that I need to be preparing for nuclear war. Not because I don't think it's coming for sure, but because I ain't got that in me, big dog. There ain't no prep for me for that. I ain't putting no iodine pills in a bunker.
Do you think I'm prepared for it?
No, I know you too well, brother. I know you know what I know about that. I'd rather die than survive that.
100%. Yeah.
Surviving that actually sounds like the biggest L one could take.
Dude, that's why that's why it doesn't really work as a deterrent, and that's why it's like going to escalate like that. Is because you just say you're going to nuke somebody.
I thought you were going to keep it to yourself. You said you were going to keep it to yourself.
Yeah, that's right.
You promised me.
Listen,
I don't have any faith.
I don't know why y'all acted like we didn't talk about this 8 episodes
I
ago.
have no faith. You know what?
Look, dude.
Again,
You've been Michelob Ultra'd. It's like being MK Ultra'd, but it turns you into a gay boat owner.
Less calories.
More
yeah, you know what?
assassination.
And this was my point. You know what? Sometimes somebody doesn't need to hear your take. Sometimes people don't need to hear your take on it. Dude, I was talking about this with like El Sayed, right? To me, that dude sucks ass. You know what I'm saying? Sucks ass. But, you know what I'm saying? That's the best you're going to get. So, like, whatever. When people get mad because he took an endorsement from Kamala, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? What do you think he's going to do? You think he's going to fly a B-2 bomber? You think he's going to rally the troops to go over there to save Palestine? Hell no. That ain't it. Dude, right now, you're a Palestinian. And I keep saying this. You're a Palestinian. The fucking Georgia Power Company can declare eminent domain over your property, and you gonna stand there and watch them fucking bulldoze it down to build a fucking data center. That's right. And don't on that line. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, dog. You live in Israel and you're a Palestinian, not because of fucking ethnicity, because of class. And dude, if you don't get real fucking serious about class issues, all this fucking shit is just right out the right out the fucking window.
I agree.
So yeah, and you know, I don't know how that's gonna change. But anyways, it doesn't matter how I think it does because
I think if the ruling class doesn't think they can extract anything from us anymore because we're not the empire we once were, I just think it's a decent opportunity to make some inroads. That's all I'm saying. It's also a decent opportunity to become a fucking oligarchy the way that Russia ended up. Like it's a decent chance for things to get super fucked up.
Now, like, dude, what do you think about Russia? Like, really, all it is in the deep. Okay,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We don't have to talk about this.
It's the Confederacy.
Well, it's the
deep south. It's the deep south.
It is an international fucking crime syndicate. That's really all that happened. Like when the fall of Russia happened, all these fucking people were able to like fucking loot the fucking coffers and fucking, you know, and dude, don't think that they're not fucking deeply Zion. I mean, anyways, I just need to stop talking. Yeah. Because
you guys have been Michelob Ultra'd. It's kind of like being tailed. You've been Michelob Ultra'd. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Please sign up for our Patreon.
Patreon.com/GravyBabyPod.
Sick. Carmen, what do you got?
Oh no, go ahead. You just said you were about to do a thing. I talked.
I was just doing dates, but I don't have any. I was going to tell people I'm going to be getting up a lot in Atlanta in the next 2 or 3 months. I've been open for trade a couple of times, but I'm not touring. I'm trying to make my new 30 a new 60. So I'm done. I'm off the road. If you missed it, fucking way to go. But I'll be in Atlanta, getting up a lot.
Nice. I'm doing the DC Comedy Festival on September 12th. And I'll be in Louisville, Kentucky, and I know I said it right, Louisville, Kentucky, on September 25 to 27 with Ron Funches. I think that's all I got to push right now.
Follow us on Patreon. DJ posts videos from his garden.
Yeah. And I walk the ducks down and play with the ducks. And
oh, I'm gonna sign up for that. How much is our Patreon? I want to see that.
have it cheeky.
All right, guys. Stay black. I don't know why I said that. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
You could stick a whole ribeye in one of your back pockets. Like,